Alright, we're good to go. Welcome everybody. We're back. Today's gonna be a short stream because you know your boy gotta work today. But what's good, y'all? Welcome back to more Sense Memories. Last episode we by the end of the last episode we ran into another person who happened to be an idol in disguise. Well, not really disguise, but you know what I mean. Bro, it's been a wild week, bro. So, listen, this is a bit of an aside, but I've been following this little rap battle that's been going on between Joey Badass and the West Coast. A lot of y'all ain't gonna know who these motherfuckers are. But, bro, I've been following this rap battle, and this motherfucker Joey Badass just dropped 15 minutes ago, bro. I haven't listened to it yet, but, like, Joey and Ray Vaughn and, like, everybody of the West Coast, like, you know, supporting Ray, bro. They've been, like, just coming back to back with, like, diss track after diss track, bro. And this battle is heating the fuck up, bro. Like, it's literally, like, the momentum from, like, the Kendrick v. Drake beef is, like, the momentum from that is, like, not stopping, bro. And now we got ourselves a whole new battle between the East and the West Coast, bro. And I'm here for it. Hip-hop is fucking back, baby. I love it. It's so good. And, like, neither of the disses that I've listened to so far from anybody, you know, participating none of them have been whack, bro. Like, each one has been, like, harder after the other one, bro. Like, oh my god. This is what I miss about music, bro. The good looking Bebo, I appreciate it. I'm glad you think so, even though my hair is kind of a mess. Like, I just was too lazy to fix it. But I only just learned about Kendrick versus Drake. Yeah. I mean, I witnessed it in real time last year, and let's just say, bro, Drake fucked with the wrong guy, bro. He really did. But, you know, as somebody who's been an avid Drake hater since 2012, bro, I was so glad to see that motherfucker that masquerader get put in his place, bro. I appreciate it, Spirit. Thank you so much for that. Also, let's see. Let me go back through and welcome all of y'all in personally. Even though I did it through the chat, I still wanted to, like, do it formally too. So what's good, Phoebo, Spirit, Zilla? Welcome in, y'all, and welcome into anybody who might be hanging out and lurking. Appreciate y'all. Let's see. I'm gonna go, like, right from where I left off last time. I'm gonna try and get through as much of the story as I possibly can, because today is the short. Today's gonna be a short stream because, you know, your boy gotta work. I got work later today, so I wanted to try and do as much of this as possible. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be the layout for a little while, because I'm partner pushing, and two, I'm trying to be a little bit more consistent and committed to this. And, you know, like, I feel like I can spare at least a little bit of time on, like, even my busiest days to try to, like, you know, to hang out with everybody, because that's really what I want to do. But, you know, like, any of the longer streams will definitely be on the weekends. Only because of meme compilation that was memeing on what Drake's son will listen to when he's angry at his... Oh, yeah, Meet the Grams, bro. Man. God, still to this day, like, this is still one of the darkest and most haunting diss tracks ever made, bro. Like, Kendrick literally eviscerated Drake, bro. All it took was Euphoria, and that was where Kendrick won for me. Like, bro, that's what happens when you try and disrespect the boogeyman, bro. Drake really didn't know who he was messing with, dude. You got a guy from Toronto who has literally faked it until he's made it, bro. Infiltrating himself into black and hip hop and rap culture, putting a chokehold and, you know, manipulating the culture as to, you know, what most people want to know it as. With this fucking high school breakup mentality, middle-age crisis nonsense that music that he's making, bro. And then you got a guy from Compton, and then you got a guy who was raised in Compton, raised on hip-hop, raised on rap culture, experienced it firsthand, and won a fucking Pulitzer Prize for his rapping. Like, it was literally no competition. But yeah, like, that whole thing was absolutely, like, 2024 as a whole was just a legendary year, bro. Like, I fucking, like, it was so wild to witness in real time. But yeah, it's just like, now we got this battle between Joey Badass, Rayvon, and, like, you know, the whole East and West Coast for rap now. And it's like, damn, bro, the momentum is not stopping. Hip-hop is fun. Hip-hop is back to being fun, bro. It's back to being exciting. It's back to being what it used to. You know, like, the essence of battle rap is back to what it should be. What's good, Gallic? Congrats on first. Chunyu rubbed her cheek against a tall can of beer she had just cracked open. You want a cup? I could grab you one. Today was the last day of the nearly 3 weeks of guided tours with Chunyu. As Chunyu's suggestion, we decided to have a small celebration on the final day. That's a typo right there. A smell celebration, like, bro, what? Huh? The fuck is a smell celebration? I think they meant small. Typos like that happen all the time. Also, forgive me if I sound a little bit weird, or if, like, I sound a little bit congested. Like, it's allergy season, bro. My shit going crazy. Suikendo was closed for business, and Misora was staying over at Aino-chan's place, and my old man was already asleep. Chunyu and I had this celebration party all to ourselves. We had brought a variety of items from the supermarket and spread them out on the desk. There were several beers and sour cocktails, a 2-pack of discounted fried squid, and an economy-sized pack of chocolate and rice balls. You sure you okay with these? Chunyu seemed to be from a pretty affluent family, which likely explained why she admired commoners the way she did. Alright, in celebration of completing our tour of traditional Japanese homes in Sumisora, cheers. That's a hearty way to drink. That's low malt beer, though. Well, there ain't no point in sweating the small stuff if it made her happy. Oh yeah, that's some stalker shit. I agree. Hey, W baby, nice. I'm glad to hear that. It's kind of sad to know that this is the end, though. We met up roughly 3 days for the past 3 weeks, and I was fairly certain that this was the most time I'd spent with a girl aside from Chihaya or Hinata. Misora and Aino were exceptions. Asusa was, yeah, also an exception. Well, Golden Week is just around the corner. Uni will also be off for around a week, so I ain't gonna be able to see you for a while. Junya! Oh, suddenly Junya gave me a look that seemed far off and distant. What? Junya, yo, what could this be, bro? What could this be? Is this what I think it is? Oh, never mind. Never mind, bro. False alarm. False alarm, guys. It's not what I thought it was. Find a lost item, huh? We do look for lost property, but what is it? Sake cups. When did you lose them?
うちじゃないです。なくしたのは曽祖父なのよ。あと、本当になくしたわけではなくて、誰かが持ってるはずで。
Oh, okay. I don't really get it. I don't get it.
すみません。順番に説明するです。探してほしいのは翡翠の酒杯です。杯の内側に白が散らばって、まるで明るい空に星が浮かんでるような。
In 1928, Chunyu's great-grandfather had distinguished himself in Shanghai's financial community despite only being 20 years. Damn. At that time, her great-grandfather met a Japanese man who came to the Japanese consulate in China. In spite of the fact that the Japanese person was far younger than her great-grandfather, oh god, the Chinese guest pointed out his poor etiquette at the meeting and everyone froze on the spot. Her great-grandfather took quite a liking to the brave Japanese person, and since they was close in age, they hit it off relatively quickly and had deep, meaningful conversations. However, since this took place shortly before World War II, relations between Japan and China rapidly deteriorated by the year. In 1934, he advised her great-grandfather, if war breaks out, Japan will lose. You should cut ties with Japan, and supplied him with top-secret government documents that supported his claims. The great-grandfather was touched that he disregarded his own peril to bring him this information and held a final banquet with Noctilucous sake cups. A pair of sake cups that had been passed down for generations. Wow. So those are really worth something. Then, when the banquet was over, he gave them sake cups to him as a gift. They promised, when the world is at peace, let's drink from these cups again.
ところが、その約束は果たされなかったのよ。
Oh, man. You mean they never saw each other again?
違うのよ。その人が酒杯を売ってしまったのね。
Oh, wow. He sold them?
仕方ないことだったです。曽祖父はその人の忠告に従って日本から資産を引き上げ、戦争を乗り切ったのね。今もホアン一族が続いているのはその人のおかげなのよ。けれど、その人は戦争の後、財産をほとんど没収されてしまったのね。
Oh, damn, that sucks.
その後、新しく仕事を始める資金にするため、酒杯を売却したって。
Venture capital. So that's what happened.
戦争が終わってすぐ、二人は再会したそうです。曽祖父は酒杯が失われたことよりも、親友が大変な目に遭っていた時にそばにいてあげられなかったことを悔いたと。
Damn, bro, that's like a prized possession too. Like, that must suck. You have to get rid of something you, like, cherish deeply, you know, in order to, like, cover your ass, bro. Like, I know how that feels. I've had to sell a bunch of stuff that I've, like, you know, that I've had for years and that I've really loved having, all because I needed money, bro. Like, it sucks to be broke on the regular. It does. But that's life for you. Not everybody is very financially fortunate, bro. It is what it is. Financially fortunate, bro. It is what it is. The two of them apparently reunited shortly after the war. Oh, okay. He sounded like he was a good man.
はいです。二人は晩年まで交流があり、それはそれぞれの子供にも引き継がれたのよ。片方はうちの祖父ね。祖父はその酒杯を長い間探していたのよね。けど、急にやめてしまったのよ。
Why?
わからないです。祖父はそのことについては話したがらないのよね。
Oh, damn.
だから、うちが代わりに見つけてあげたいです。
Well, that explains why you hunting for him.
はいです。祖父はその酒杯が何年か前に墨空の位置に並んでいたことまで突き止めたのよ。
But he wasn't able to get his hands on them?
はいです。
Oh, shit. Junior's shoulders fell, almost like she was talking about herself. Then she met my gaze.
純也、一緒に探してほしいね。
I assumed as much. Sentimentally speaking, I wanted to help her, but it'll be hard to find them with so little to go off of, though.
ですね。うちも難しいことを言ってる自覚はあるのよ。さすがに無理よね。
No, that ain't what I meant. It might not be so difficult if we had more info to work with.
ん？どういう意味なのよ。
For instance. Do you got any photos?
ないです。
She looked visibly distraught with her beer can clutched tightly in her hands.
日本に住んでいた頃のものは何も残ってないのよ。
There ain't nothing left from when he lived. Oh, damn. That sucks.
曽祖父にとって日本での生活はいい思い出ではなかったのかもしれないのよね。
I see. Yeah, that would make sense given the fact that, you know, the war and everything. Huh. Ain't something about that odd?
Huh?
Junya tilted her head to the side, her cheeks faintly red. Earlier you told me that they like stars in the sky, right? Ain't that referring to a blue sky, not a night sky?
はいです。
Wouldn't that mean that they blue, not black?
え？ああ、それはうちの想像なのよ。だって翡翠は黒くなくて青いからです。
I thought jade was green. Never mind. I guess I've been lied to. Yeah, that's it. I looked up pictures of jade on my phone and showed the results.
え？これ緑よ。
Okay, I was right then. I was like, wait a minute. Jade is a shade of jade is like normally associated with like green. More so when you're like speaking of like gems or like, you know, shades of like glass and stuff like that, or jewelry or like antiques. You know, jade is normally associated with like green or like emerald or something like that. I think jade is more so like the lighter shade. You know what I mean? I could be wrong about that. Yeah, that's right. Jade's green. Do you think sky when you see this? Junya gazed at my phone, her eyes perfectly rounded.
ならうちなんでそう思ったです？
Who knows? About that. Next, I did an image search for blue jade.
今度は青いよ。
Blue jade is rare, but it was apparently mined in Japan a long time ago.
はあ。純也、物知りね。
It bothered me to be on the receiving end of her sparkling admiration when I just happened to remember something Chihaya had taught me when we was little. I wonder if you saw a photo of something somewhere of the sake cups. Ain't that why you remembered it sparkling white on the inside, almost like stars? She looked up from the phone and gazed vacantly at the ceiling.
わかったです。家に連絡して聞いてみるよ。
Yeah, if you figure anything out, hit me up.
はいです。
Bet it up. Bet it up. Time to use these while we're in intermission here. Before I knew of it, over an hour had passed since we had started drinking.
何度聞いても素敵な音ね。
You know what, bro? Hold on. You know, I hear that sound, bro, and I got to get my own. I got to get my own, bro. The sound of popping open a motherfucking cold one, bro. I don't drink, by the way, but I do got me like some ginger ale. Y'all about to hear some ASMR. Hold on. I hope I don't spill this. Woo, boy. I love that sound. Chunyu's right, bro. That shit be hitting like a motherfucker. Especially when it's ice cold. Ooh, especially during this time of the year, bro. God damn. Shit be gooder than a bitch, no dashy.
でも残り少なくなってきたです。寂しいよ。
And why you drinking it so fast?
そうです。純也とお話しするの楽しくてごくごく言っちゃったよ。
From the last hour, our convo gradually transitioned from her family sake cups to her life here in Japan.
うちが喋ってばかりだったね。ごめんなさい。
Nah, it's fine. It's fun to hear stories about your family. Honestly, I'd like to hear more.
でもうちは純也のことをもっと知りたいよ。純也も家族の話聞かせてね。
Oh, that's easier said than done. Unlike Chunyu's family, mine was quite ordinary. I doubted it would be especially entertaining to hear about.
なんでもいいよ。小さな物語の方が輝いたりするものなのよ。
Oh, is that right? Chunyu curled up her fist to tell me, bring it on. Sure seemed like I had to tell her something now. Alright, let me see then. Why don't you come take a look at my brother's room then? Oh, Lord.
お兄さんの部屋？
Oh, we're really going in there, huh?
本当にいいのです？
She'd asked me the same question a few times in the time it took us to come upstairs to the second floor. That's fine, really. I don't consider it a painful place to go or nothing. I use it to hang the laundry on rainy days, actually. His face finally relaxed when I added that on in a joking tone.
それなら。
Alright, let's go on in. See? It ain't nothing special. It's always been like this. There was just a bed, a desk, and clothes in the dresser. That's all there was to it.
お兄さん、綺麗好きだったです。
He ain't had much of an attachment to physical objects. He even gave manga away when he was finished reading it. Wasn't nothing major in the desk by the window either. He could at least left behind some words for the family though. Remember how I told you before that I feel closer to my brother than at home near the tunnel?
はいです。言ってたね、純也。
My brother was running around and working all the time. So it's hard to have an attachment to anything here when he was never home. As I said that, I took a seat in his chair, one of the few pieces of furniture he had. Now that I was seated, Chunya was taller than me and I had to look up and meet her gaze. In doing so, I said, that's why I remember my brother more when I'm walking around that area than when I'm at home. My feelings, however, was aimed toward the space beyond Chunya's head, to the starry sky above. I gazed at that place and pictured where Takaya now resided. I think about the places we visited together, or the jobs I helped him with.
そうなのですか。
Chunya nodded, her expression otherwise calm. She surveyed the room and took a seat on the bed after it caught her eye.
純也のお兄さんがどんな人だったのか、なんとなく分かってきたよ。でも、もっと知りたいね。
She wasn't being her usual overly enthusiastic self. She quietly yet sincerely nodded and continued to listen. There was a bit of an age gap between us, so he ain't hang around whenever I was with Chihaya and Hinata. That's why most of my memories with him is just the two of us spending time alone together. She quietly gasps.
それで、一番強くお兄さんを感じるところが、あそこなのです。
Huh? Oh, well, yeah, more or less. It was the last place where we was together after all.
でも、悲しいことがあった場所だよ。事故のことを思い出したりしないです。
Yeah. Oftentimes when something like that happens, bro, it's not a matter of do you want to. It's just like I don't know if it's a matter of like wanting to remember. I think it's more so the fact that you can't escape that memory no matter how hard you try to forget. Cause something like that happening, bro, that would never, something like that happening, bro, that shit would never leave my mind. No matter how much I move on, or no matter how much time passes, bro, something like that would never leave my head, bro. Never. So, like I said, it ain't a matter of like wanting to forget. It's the fact that, you know, no matter how hard you try, no matter how much time passes, and no matter what else, you know, might be on your mind, it's just like something like that is never gonna leave your head, bro. Nothing, like, never. I don't remember it.
そうなのです。
That's cap, bro. That's cap. Of course, yeah, like, no, like, you can say it, but your mind and your heart will tell you differently, bro. All I remember is up to the point when my brother asked me to go with him and we went and left in the van. The next thing I knew, I was waking up in a hospital bed with no memory of what happened in between.
そんな。
I mean, in this case, I can see how they might try and bend that because it's fiction, bro. And because, you know, like, I don't know, but it's just like, from a reality standpoint, if you witness something like that happening to your loved one, bro, like, that memory will never leave your head, no matter what. And from what I heard, the fire department swooped in and scooped me up a good distance away from where the vehicle actually exploded. According to the doctor, a part of the van went flying when it exploded and smacked me directly in the head.
聞いたことあるよ。大きなショックを受けて忘れてしまうことがあるって。
Blunt force trauma, yeah. Fucking pathetic, though. I mean, I'm sure I saw my brother's final moments, but don't remember a damn thing. Immediately following the accident, I blamed myself and tried to jog my memory as best I could. At the very least, I wanted to be able to tell Misora and my dad what happened to my brother in his final moments. Nothing worked, so I gave up.
もしかして、純也がそこに行くのは、それを思い出したいからなのよ。
Well, I think that may be a part of it.
やっぱり。
It ain't like I'm trying to force it back, and I really do feel calm when I'm there. This feels like my brother's watching me like he always did. It's really embarrassing, though. Is that enough? Talking about my family, I mean. I looked over at Chunyu, who lowered her head dejectedly. Chunyu?
千早が言ってたことの意味、うちにも分かったよ。ちょっとだけね。
What do you mean?
純也が優しすぎるって話よ。純也は何もかも一人で背負おうとしすぎなのよ。人一人の背中はそんなにたくさん乗せられないよ。いつか押しつぶされるです。
Seriously, what is you talking about? I'm fine, really.
自分で気がついていないのが一番問題よ。
Facts. Like, come on, bro. Chunyu jumped to her feet and staggered in place. Chunyu.
はいです。ファンチュンユーです。
She swung her arms around in an effort to regain her balance. Hey, hold on a second, Chunyu. Is you drunk?
いいです。はいです。酔ってないよ。酔ってるね。
She's tipsy, bro. So you is drunk. Wasn't that basically a textbook example of what a drunk would say? Somebody says, I swear to God, I'm not drunk, bro. It'd be like, I swear to drunk, I'm not God, bro. Fucking classic. Why don't you sit your ass down? I worry about you staying upright.
純也、心のどこかの扉が閉じてるのよ。
Finna face plant, dog.
扉は必要だから閉じてるです。それを開いたら、きっと純也は純也でなくなってしまうのよ。なのに、純也はそれを開けようとしてるのよ。ダメー
I feel like I'm seeing shit, bro. Chunyu's drunken rants were making less sense by the... Nah. She's actually spitting right now, bro. You know what they say, a drunk man never lies. She was far too gone at this point. You want some water? It'll calm you down a little.
ダメです。このままだと純也はどこかに行っちゃう。みんなを置いていなくなっちゃうよ。
Chunyu said, reaching out with both hands to pet my head. Chunyu.
純也はどこにも行かせないよ。うちが捕まえておくからね。純也。
Aww. He gently hugged my face in both hands. Hey!
ほら、こうしちゃえばどこにも行けないよ。
Oh my god. Oh, that's so wholesome. I love it. That's cute, bro. Chunyu leaned on me for support, effectively burying my... Yo? I mean, hey, bro. It's a good place to rest.
純也、暖かいね。
Chunyu, you too close! You too close, man!
純也はとってもいい子だよ。
I get the point. You can let go now.
うち、そういう子、大好きね。
Was that a confession, bro? Hold up. Was that a confession? Hold up.
純也。
Huh?
うちは、純也が。
Say it. Say it, you won't. Chunyu? Did she fall asleep? She did, bro. Oh my fucking god. You gotta be fucking kidding me right now, bro. Oh my gosh, she really fell asleep. Before she really fell asleep before one of the most important phrases she was about to say, bro. Damn. Damn. Got me feeling like she was asleep standing up and using my head as a pillow. She's gone, bro. Right. I ain't going nowhere. First Chihaya, now Chunyu. Do I really look that? Yes, you do. I wasn't trying to worry him. Come to think of it, hadn't Hinata also said something similar? Yes, she did. I'm glad you're finally catching up here, dog. Jesus Christ, bro. A fair amount of time had passed with Chunyu's warm body pressed against mine. I eventually transitioned her to lie back on the tatami and cleaned up the remnants of our drinking party. Chunya eventually woke up half an hour later. As an aside, Chunya claims she ain't remember anything of what she said while she was drunk. Oh boy. Somebody get that tipsy, bro. That's risky. Risky business. Just past noon time on Saturday, we all met up to do work in the old estate. Our work party consisted of Chihaya and Hinata, as well as Misora and Aino. Oh, we got the whole gang here with us. Well, almost everyone. We're still missing a couple, but hey, we got ourselves a pretty nice group. We got ourselves a pretty good group here.
失礼だよ。なんでレトロ家屋超ラブチだよ。
Retro houses.
ラブチなの?
And lastly, I was the 5th member. No, wait. I forgot about somebody. Oh yeah, our resident stalker here. As I said, was staring at us through the hedges, and it appears she was back to monitor. Well, I'm just gonna call it what it is, bro. She's back to stalking me again. Watching me like a goddamn vulture. We urged her to come inside the house, but she stubbornly refused and stood her ground. I couldn't just leave her alone out here, so I made a mental note to check on her later. Yo, what up? Are you still mad at me? I feel like she is, bro. It did worry me that Asusa occasionally glared at Chihaya from time to time.
これで全員ですか?
Yeah, I think it is.
男子順兄だけ? 父さんたちは?
I ain't asked them to come. Both of them is out on a job today.
リノベもお仕事でしょう。
She could be awfully perceptive at times. Suigendo ain't taken on the job officially yet, and I'm paying you two out of my own pocket.
バイト代ってハピコでしょ。少なくない？
I guess that ain't enough, huh?
十分すぎます。純也さんのお手伝いができるなら、むしろこちらからお支払いしたいくらいです。
Oh, damn. Okay, Jesus, girl. All right, hold on now. You ain't gotta flatter me that much. You too kind, girl. I ain't offered them Happy-Go ice cream because I was broke. I ain't offered them Happy-Go ice cream because I was broke or nothing. But I needed to be more mindful going forward, so a high school girl ain't had to worry about my financial situation. I mean, even if I did, it ain't like I have any acquaintances in common with Chihaya or Hinata.
知らない人呼ばれても困るかな。この方が気楽でいいじゃない。
Yeah, I gotta agree. When you were around people, when you like working in a group with like people you know, bro, people you trust, it like makes it a lot easier. It makes it a lot easier to distribute the work out and make sure everybody doing their part, you know what I mean?
その通りです、千早様。力仕事は純也さんに任せればいいわけですし。
I mean, I am the only guy here, so it makes sense. I would have preferred to avoid that, but I mean, well, it's fine. Let's go on and divide up the work then. The mood shifted when I looked at everyone present and assigned them with a specific task. First, I had to make it clear that the work had to be done before the day was through. We got these 3 big tasks today. 1, does the tap water run like it's supposed to? 2, do the lights turn on? And lastly, can we lock all the doors and the windows?
水道って蛇口回して水が出れば OK ってこと？それ簡単さ。私と愛のでやるよ。
Well, we also gotta make sure it ain't Flint, Michigan water. You know what I'm talking? You know what I mean? Like, we can't have that shit running brown, bro. Please do. It might be a good idea for me to check the lights, since there's a chance it could short circuit.
じゃあ、私とひなたは戸締まり確認ね。一個ずつ確認するのは時間がかかりそうですね。
I'll lend you a hand when I'm finished.
当然です。よろしくね、純也。
Alright, we was off to an excellent start now that the jobs was even cleanly divvied up. Now to deal with Asusa. I looked at Asusa, who was staring through the gateway. You know what, bro? I'm putting my motherfucking big boy pants on. I'll try asking her one more time to come on in. I started to walk over when Chihaya raised her hand at me.
待って、純也。私が話しても。
Oh, I guess it doesn't matter anyway. Chihaya was worried about her, and she probably thought this would be a good opportunity to touch base with Asusa. Well then. Alright, sure, go for it. Opened the gate and followed after Chihaya as she made her way towards Asusa. It may have been better if Chihaya went on her own, but I'd feel awful putting all the pressure on her.
こんにちは。今からみんなでこの家の点検をするの。うん、知ってる。大きな家だから人手が足りないの。よかったら手伝ってくれない？私関係ないし。そう？あなたは純也を監視してるのでしょ？
Stalking, by the way.
そうだけど。
For what reason, she still hasn't told us, by the way. Fucking Chunyu pressed her about it, in the last episode. She got so choked up, she couldn't even say shit. Like, we still ain't got the reason as to why she's going through all this bullshit just to stalk us, bro. She mentioned, Takai, she brought up Takai's name, and yet she still won't tell us why she's doing all of this in the first place. Like, I don't get it, bro. I don't get it.
一緒に来ないと
続けられないよ、見張り。
Asusa glanced over at me.
そう。だけど。
Yeah, what you gonna do?
でしょ？だから一緒にやりましょう。
What you finna do? Make up your mind. Asusa glanced over at me again. Nah, that ain't right at all. Asusa wasn't looking at me. She was sneaking glances past the hedges toward the old estate. Oh, is you interested in old buildings or something? Nailed it. Got him. Got he. Although she refused to smile, I could easily read her facial expressions.
純也、どうしてわかったの？
Get red, son.
何も言ってないし。
You didn't have to. Well, you've been looking at the damn house for a while and your eyes is practically sparkling. Asusa quickly spun around and turned her back to me. The way she moved was adorable. Almost like a... Okay, bro. Can we not phrase it like that? Like, please, bro? Like, that sounds hella weird.
そんな目してない。
Yeah, there was. You can't hide it now. Blushing all the way up to her ears didn't make for a very persuasive argument.
なら、とりあえずもう少し近くで見てみない？
Chihaya, what the fuck? Chihaya approached Asusa and softly placed both hands on his shoulders.
生垣越しだとよく見えなかったでしょ？ね。
She gave those same shoulders a nudge toward the gate. Asusa took several steps and eventually passed through the gate. Asusa stood in the yard, her mouth slightly agape as she gazed vacantly at the building.
私のおじいさまとおばあさまが住んでいた家なの。
The usual wariness in Asusa's voice slowly began to fade. It appeared the exterior of the Hojo estate had piqued her interest. If I acted now, I might be able to learn more about Asusa. Asusa, would you help us? Please?
中も素敵なの。一緒に回ってみない？
I didn't hear no. Asusa looked conflicted. I remember you was conflicted. No Pusha T. Her desire to see the inside of the house and her refusal of being friendly with me were clearly at odds. Normally, she would mull it over and stand her ground. But she wanted to have fun with us, didn't she? Asusa was torn by the things she wanted to do because of her distrust in me. It would be a bit underhanded, but if all she needed was a nudge in the right direction, if there was anybody I could rely on here, it would be the demon of sheer communicative prowess, the trendy girl, Misora. Hey, Misora, I need you. I put every ounce of strength in. I put every ounce of strength in giving Misora a look.
そういうことね。それラブチじゃん？オッケー。
Oh, she knows, bro. That sibling communication, bro. You gotta love it. Misora noticed the look I'd given her and instantly understood my intent. It was decades in the making, but being on the same wavelength as my siblings certainly came in handy at times like these. My sister quietly snuck up behind a conflicted Asusa.
じゃあ、アズーンは私たちと一緒にやろうね。
Asusa was floored when Misora swooped in and coiled her fingers around her arm.
アズーンのサイズラブチだ。さあ、行こう。
What? Wait, what does that mean, Misora? What are we talking about here? What do you mean, girls her size? Huh? Misora wrapped her arm around Asusa and guided her towards the entryway.
いっぱな。あとその呼び方やめてってば。私まだ手伝うって決めてないし。
Too late.
大丈夫大丈夫。きっと楽しいよ。アイナもそっち持って。
Uh-oh. Asusa continued to struggle when Aino hugged Asusa's other arm with both hands. Damn, they fucking...
純也さんにご迷惑をかけるのは私。許しませんから。
They fucking kidnapping her, bro.
無
I mean, to be fair, you made the trouble first. You made this bed, lie in it, motherfucker.
怒った顔もラブチだよ。
You wanna stalk me so bad, this is the price you pay. Asusa eventually entered the estate, but only after literally being dragged inside. Good shit, Misora.
大丈夫ですか？
They'll be alright. They'll be fine. Hinata appeared wary as she watched the scene from the sidelines. Asusa snapped and put up a struggle when Misora grabbed her, likely putting Chihaya in danger. That's likely how she saw it anyway. It'll be fine. Misora's a pro when it comes to making friends. She wouldn't force someone to tag along if they was truly opposed.
しばらくあの子のことはみそらちゃんたちに任せましょう。わかりました。
Chihaya's words was absolute in Hinata's mind, who readily agreed with the sentiment. Alright, why don't we get to work? Just pretend they both said it.
部屋いっぱいあるね。あの襖ラブチじゃない？2階で水が出るのはお手洗いくらいかな。
なんで私が。
Like I said, this is the consequence of this is the consequences of you wanting to stalk me so bad. You gotta deal with everybody else.
あの子も連れて行ってもいい？うさぎ。
Had you just left me alone, you wouldn't even have to be dragged into none of this shit.
もちろんです。
Oh yeah, it's this guy
うさ
again.
ぎさん、一緒に戸締まり見に行こう。私が連れてってあげるから。多分こんな感じだったはず。覚えてないけどね。ぬいぐるみと話す千早様、可愛すぎて鼻血出そう。
Hey yo. Keep it in your Hey yo. Keep it in your pants, lady. I wanted to use the sound effect here, but I don't know what to use, so we're moving on. We're moving on.
何か言った？いいえ。さあ、参りましょう。
Oh, is that light not working? It looks like there ain't no point in changing out the light bulbs in here. I emulated Jin's workflow by jotting down check wiring on my notepad. The work itself would come another day, though. And then again, this was the only trouble spot I'd run into on the first floor. The building itself had aged relatively well and was properly maintained while in use. This is as bad as it gets, and I think I can handle this job on my own without Dad or Jin.
わあ、広い！
寄り道するの。
Shouldn't we be telling you that?
オルゴール。
ですね。どうして床の間に？
That might be an heirloom.
あずん、見て見て！庭が見えるの！ラブチだよ！
ハズーンって言うなってば。
いいから見てみなよ！
わかったから押すな。庭なんて見ても。
Mmm.
ラブチでしょ？
It's a nice view, isn't it?
素敵な景色。こんな家で純也さんと暮らせたら。
What's up?
この部屋は問題なしだ。
Good to know.
今更なんだけどさ、出ないよね。
What the hell you mean by that?
幽霊ですか？
You saying this house is haunted, bro?
幽 霊も怖いけど、黒くてカサカサ動くやつ。
Those dark, rustly, squirmy things? What are you talking about?
ゴキブリですか。
Oh, roaches? Man, you ain't gotta worry about that. This is literally an estate in the suburbs, bro. Now, you wanna talk about roaches? Man, let me tell you something. Them little motherfuckers are always around where I'm from, bro. I swear to God. It's like, that one bit from, like, Def Jam that Chris Tucker talked about, bro. It's like you come in and it's like you go stomp city on a roach, bro. You come back and you try and like get it cleaned up and get it packed up out of here, bro. They be springing up out of here, bro. Like they be disappearing. Like came back, that motherfucker was gone. Like dog, in the hood, roaches is like a monthly occurrence. Like sometimes it don't even matter how clean your house is. It's like in the hood, bro, like roaches just show up like out of nowhere. Them niggas be spawning just like straight up, like, bro. Like sometimes they be sneaking through the foundation of the house, or like they be coming up from the underground, or just like from wherever, bro. It's just like, what the fuck? Like, how did you get in here?
やめて、その4文字を口にしないで。空き家には餌がないので住み着かないのでは？
True.
そうよね。ですが、庭の昆虫で食いつなげるかもしれませんね。
I mean, the only thing I'm pretty sure they gotta worry about in this old house is probably like dust mites and like cobwebs and stuff like that. But like, I don't see how they could be dealing with no roaches, bro. Unless they got like a fucking hidden underground passage that ain't been used in like 100 years.
やめてよ。怯える千早様、麗しい。
I mean, that and the, uncut grass make them easier to tread in because, like, I don't know. Like, I'm just talking out of my ass at this point, but, like, I don't know. I guess, I see roaches, like, I've been seeing roaches all too often, growing up, bro.
ひなた？
Also, did she just say it's delightful seeing her scared? Like, are you okay?
に転がってんの？だって気持ちいいんだもん。なんだか眠くなっちゃった。愛の子供は何人作る？やだ。
What?
純也さん、月が見ています。
She is creating a whole fanfiction in her head about her and Junya. Bruh. First of all, let's get one thing straight. You're still in high school, so that's some shit right there. So let's not go there. Secondly, I wouldn't be caught. Secondly, even if I was Junya, bro, I wouldn't be caught dead trying to do none of that shit. Cause that's straight up a room for me to get by all the other girls in the group, bro. Cause that's crazy.
お前たち遊びすぎ。やるならちゃんとやれ。まだチェック終わってないでしょ。
She got mad at us. Huh. Oh, hey, there we go. Oh, we ain't got no issues here either. We almost done.
Yeah!
Hey, yo, Misora. What the hell are they all doing? Who knows at this point, bro?
ひなた、わざとやってない？物置には窓ないでしょ？
Dog, what is with that look on her face? What are you doing, Hinata? Why does she have that smug look on her face, bro?
気のせいです。 次は土蔵です。暗闇虫の恐怖です。土蔵にも窓ないよね。見る必要ある？もちろんです。さあ行きましょう。さあさあさあさあ。
Bro, she's actually freaking me out. She is actually freaking me out right now, bro. What is wrong with her? Is she okay, bro? Like, I know she's like Chihi's biggest glazer and everything, but like, dog. Is she like actively trying to like, she's like actively trying to scare the shit out of her, bro. She's a bit of a sadist. Honestly, bro. I don't know about her, bro. I don't know about Hinata right now. Like, what's going on? Let's talk about it. I'll have to step in if they keep that shit up. Right, cause like, what the hell's going on, bro?
ここでもないか。
I finished my task and considered helping one of the others when I spotted Chihaya loitering by the front door. Something wrong?
ジュンヤ、ねえ、ウサギ見なかった？一緒に歩いてたんだけど、いつの間にかいなくなってて。
Oh. You don't think one of the girls might have it, do you? You ain't have it when I seen you earlier. I was certain she was empty-handed earlier when she and Hinata was messing around.
だよね。その前にどこかに置いてきたと思うんだけど。
Well, as long as it wasn't tossed outside, I'm sure you'll find it eventually.
そうだけど、もう、ひなたが脅かすから。ねえ。
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the fuck? That scared the shit out of me. I ain't even sensed her coming. Asusa, what's good? Word be Sora and I know. She held up her tight right hand without answering the question.
これ。
She was holding the stuffed bunny in her hand.
2階の一番奥の部屋に落ちてた。さっき見たから、あんたと一緒に歩いてるの。
Chihaya cradled the stuffed animal Asusa had offered her with both hands. I had thought the face Chihaya made when she walked around with that stuffed animal was unique, but I guess Asusa made the same face.
ありがとう。連れてきてくれて嬉しい。
When Asusa saw Chihaya hug the stuffed animal tightly, she said,
それ、自分の？そうだけど、何？別に、なんでウサギなのかなって。おじいさまがプレゼントしてくださったものなの。すごく小さな頃だけど。
Mm-hmm. It's a prized possession right there. Chihaya squatted down in place and set the stuffed animal on the floor, and she and the bunny were at equal eye level.
ここで過ごしていた時、いつも一緒だったの。追いかけっこしたり、ご飯を食べたり、背比べしたりね。
Okay, there we go. Those all sound difficult to pull out together with a stuffed animal.
ぬいぐるみじゃなくて友達です。
Say that again.
まあ、おままごとよね。ひなたと出会うより前は友達がいなかったから。
Hold on, I want her to say that other line again.
ぬいぐるみじゃなくて友達です。
です。
ぬいぐるみじゃなくて友達です。
That is true. You know what, bro? You know what? I'm about to tell a really embarrassing story, bro. But I had a stuffed animal back when I was a kid, bro. When I was like really little, I had a stuffed moose, bro. He had like a little sweater on and everything. Listen, Do not make fun of me for this. I named him Alex, bro. It was just the most random name that I could think of, like, that popped into my head, bro. I like literally had that little moose with me everywhere, bro. Everywhere that I went. Even when we was like going out on like, you know, car rides. You know, the only place where I couldn't have him was, you know, in school. But like everywhere else, bro, like he was everywhere with me, bro. Like, you know, when I had like stuffed animals, or like when I had like, you know, little figures as a kid, bro, as a little kid, you know, I would do everything with them. I would like watch TV with them, or like, you know, when I was like sitting in a chair, or like sitting on a couch watching TV, bro, or like playing video games, I would have them like sitting, like they was like sitting across the couch or the chair with me too, bro. Like pretend like I had company, or you know, like, you know, especially with like that stuffed moose that I had, bro, I would like, you know, have it in bed. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of us had, you know, toys like that, or like, you know, childhood possessions like that we used to like, you know, never want to be without, bro, until like, you know, we grew up and outgrew them, or either we lost them somewhere, or like we gave them away to someone else who like may have really loved them, or like somebody in our, like a younger member of the family, or like something like that, bro. But just like, that's kind of like the core, that's kind of like what it reminds me of. It's like bringing back a core memory.
私は好きよ、うさぎ。あなたは？
He was a little moose with a sweater on, bro. I love that thing, bro. Asusa briefly turned her attention toward the rabbit.
別に。昔は嫌いだったけど、今はどうでもいい。
Asusa apparently hated bunnies in the past. Wonder what happened to Asusa to make her feel that way.
ねえ、あずさって呼んでもいい？
Oh, Chihaya made an abrupt move. She probably hadn't realized how drastic of a move she had just made. The way she could just skip steps and delve into the heart of a matter seemed to stem from her high-class upbringing. Shit. How should I put this? The way she phrased things was a tad poor, but Chihaya was confident that she wouldn't be turned away. Wait, she was, of course, open-minded enough to realize when something was out of her control. It's the sort of reaction you would expect from being spoken to that way. Since she immediately rejected Chihaya's suggestion, Asusa may just be overly wary of me. Asusa hesitated and let her eyes wander a bit when...
いいけど。本当？ありがとう、あずさ。あずさ、明日も来れる？明日は私と一緒にやらない？この家のこともっと知ってもらえたらなって。
After faltering for a bit, Asusa spoke with her head hung. Chihaya was being just as pushy as Chunyu today. Or so I thought when... Oh, speak of the devil.
ごめんください。
Speak of the devil and she shall appear, bro. What's good, Chunyu? The door flew open and Chunyu's lively voice boomed from the entryway. Was this a case of... Yes, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
今日は呼んでくれてありがとね。
What's good? Was wondering where you was at. As if her yelling wasn't enough, Chunya literally greeted us with open arms. Then her eyes landed on Asusa. Asusa seemed fairly surprised to see Chunya.
帰る。
After sliding on her shoes, which were lined up on the door floor near the entryway, Asusa tried to slip by Chunya and make a quick escape.
待って。
When they crossed paths, Chunya grabbed Asusa's wrist. Chunya turned Asusa to face her with a hard tug. It happened so suddenly that Asusa did so without resistance.
この前のこと謝りたいと思ってたのよ。
Despite how anxious Asusa looked, Chunyu hardened her stare and continued to speak.
うち友達がよりよく荒れるように協力することが大事だと思ってたのよ。でも人によってはそれが重荷になること教えてもらったです。純也に。
Chunyu glanced at me bashfully.
あずさのこと何も知らないのに偉そうなことを言って追い詰めてしまったこと反省してるよ。
違う。
許してほしいです。うちあずさと友達になりたいです。
Yeah, look at everybody like trying, bro. Everybody's like trying to like, you know, have a bond with her.
やめてよ。違う。私は別に。
I'm really not. Say it!
うちのこと嫌いになっただろうけどどうか。
Say it, damn it! Just be honest for once, damn it!
やめてってば。
Everyone fell silent when Asusa's voice echoed in the entryway.
言われた時はムムってなったけど、あんたの言ったことは別に間違ってなかった。
Okay, finally.
でもだからって私がどうするかは私の勝手だから。だからあんたについて怒ったりとか気だったりとかはしてない。どうでもいい。
For what, though? You still haven't cleared that up. For what?
でもあの時声をかけたら走って行っちゃったです。
Exactly.
あれは
Asusa's enthusiasm quickly faded as she averted her gaze. Eventually, Asusa awkwardly spoke up in no more than a whisper.
バイト。
Huh?
6時からバイトなの。遅番の。
How old are you again? You ain't got no job.
本当はもっと早く帰るつもりだったけどしたかったから。お参り。返事しなかったのはごめんだけどこっちもギリギリだったの。
Nah, bro, I smell bullshit. Cause how the fuck are you that young and you got a job? Ain't no fucking way, bro. Ain't no way that's legal.
うちが言い過ぎたからじゃなかった。
さっきからそう言ってるし。
Stop lying. She sighed in relief and held out a hand to Asusa.
なら握手です。
Again, maybe she do got a job, bro. Ain't no fucking way she that young and got a job. She gotta be at least like 13. Like, most of the time, you don't start getting your first job until you like 15 or like 16 maybe.
うん。
And maybe the curve, but hey, it's Japan, bro. Maybe the curve is different there. Asusa still had an iffy look on her face, but placed her hand in Chunyu's.
仲直りね。
事情はよくわからないけどよかったわ。
That's me right now.
そうよね。千早はわからないよね。
いいのよ、気にしなくて。
Excuse me. Didn't mean to have my mouth open like that. All the same, Asusa had a job? That had to mean she was a high school student, right? I was fairly certain middle schoolers wasn't allowed to work part-time, right? Like, the fuck? What does she do for work? It ain't seemed like she was in the service industry. Wait a minute. Did that mean... Was that why you ran out of Suigendo? To get to work?
そうだけどあんたの家バイト先近いから時間調整にちょうどいいの。
Ah, now it made sense. Was that really the reason, though? I'm calling bullshit, bro. Unless there's proof, I'm not believing this. I'm not buying this, bro.
あんたは嫌い。高谷になろうとしてるから。
And there it is. So that's what she thinks I'm trying to do. Why the fuck would I want to become somebody else, bro? Do you realize how stupid that makes you sound?
だから監視は続ける。
That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard, bro. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
明日も来るから。
I just already knew. Everyone was gonna be here again tomorrow. Which meant...
待ってるからね。
また明日です。
You know, get the fuck out of here, bro. Get out.
あれ、あずん帰っちゃったの？
No, I have no more sympathy, bro. I have no more sympathy for this motherfucker right here. I have no more sympathy for this little jit, bro. Talking about you hate me because you think I'm trying to become my brother. Man, fuck out of here with that bullshit. Just as the front door closed, Misora and Aino walked in with Hinata trailing close behind. She says she gonna be back tomorrow. Aren't you glad, Chunyu?
はいです。ほっとしたよ。って、チュンチュンじゃん！今来たんだ。こんにちは、チュンユーさん。こんにちはだよ、二人とも。遅くなってごめんね。今からちゃんとお手伝いするよ。アズーンの代わりによろしく。
Chunyu fit in better than I expected. This had to be thanks to Misora's powers, but no. Maybe Chunyu's own powers came into play. Was it really okay to give her the name Chun Chun, though?
チュンユーさん、あずささんと何かあったんですか？
Just the usual bullshit. Girl, that ain't nothing to worry about.
いえ、今、純也さんが良かったなって。
That little jit is still sorting out her feelings, bro. She's still beefing with me over some bullshit reason, thinking I'm trying to become my motherfucking brother when that's clearly not what I want to do. I'm just trying to finish what he started and literally get back to living my motherfucking life whilst also keeping his memory in my heart, bro. Like, who the fuck comes up with an idea is like, oh, nigga, I hate you because you trying to be this motherfucker. It's just like, when that's clearly not the case. It's just like, if you actually took the time to talk to me directly to my motherfucking face, be honest with me about how you feel about me, and also let me explain my side of things about how I think what you saying is false, then we wouldn't even be in this kind of situation. We wouldn't have this kind of relationship. Just like, what the fuck is her line of thinking, bro? Like, I don't get it. I have no sympathy for her at all. I don't. I have no respect or sympathy for her, bro. I don't give a fuck how old she is. Don't worry about it. They had a small little disagreement, but it's already been resolved.
そうですか。
Like, I can't stand people who do shit like that. I know glance between Chunyu and me looking worried.
ねえ、純也、明日は朝から集まらない？
Huh? I was surprised by the rather sudden suggestion, but...
いいじゃん、それラブチ！賛成です。この家をたっぷり堪能したいよ。
Oh, they was hooked.
じゃあ、みんなでお昼ご飯も食べよっか。
Say less. Soon as food is mentioned, bro, I'm there.
じゃあ私、純也さんの、じゃなくて、皆さんのお昼ご飯作ります。
Mm-hmm. Is that right? Oh, I thought that was important. Never mind. Aino clenched her fist to hype herself up, and with that said...
いいでしょ、純也。
I don't mind at all. I had no reason to refuse, and I wasn't going to.
やったー！
It's just, ain't we getting ahead of ourselves? We ain't even finished today's work yet.
あー。
I mean, I'm finna help, so let's wrap all this shit up.
純にラブチじゃない。
Hey, it's supposed to be sunny tomorrow, so maybe we could eat lunch outside.
純にやっぱりラブチ。
Okay, that was a fucking... That was like a flip of a switch. Time to do the obligatory, you know. intermission follow message.
順におきょ
Ouch! I woke up to Miss Sora landing another axe kick to my stomach. Ow, damn! You ain't gotta do all that. I told you not to do that shit. Wake me up like a normal person, would you?
やりました。でも順に全然おきしないんだもん。
Sounded like it'd be best for me not to ask what she would have done to me while I was asleep.
さっさと着替えて朝ごはんだよ。洗濯するから、それ全部脱いで。
Sora used her foot, which was still planted on my stomach, to push the hem of my night sweats down on my hips. What? Okay, bro. Let's not get too carried away here. That is, a little bit too far. I'm gonna need you to exercise some boundaries.
順にのマッパなんて見慣れてるし、今更いいじゃん。
It does matter. Enough. Now get out. Get out! I should have done that way sooner, bro. God damn it. I missed that opportunity. Hey, the Pops is back. Today's breakfast was French toast with plenty of jam and a garden salad on the side. There was also a self-serve instant corn soup you could pour water into from the instant kettle. Ooh, that sounds good, dog. Damn. Normally, when I was on breakfast duty, I would just tear up some cabbage, fry a few eggs, and toss a couple of slices of bread into the toaster. But compared to that, Misora's offerings was much more impressive, and she had a reasonable repertoire on rotation. Not that it meant I was gonna try to do better or anything, though.
今日も行くんだって？北条のじいさんのとこ。
Yeah. Dad was often commissioned by Chihiya's grandfather and would occasionally have tea with him. Maybe that was partially why he affectionately called him Grandpa Hojo.
お嬢さんの話、進んでるのか？
I mean, she wants to run a cafe, but the rest is up in the air at the moment. We spent yesterday inspecting the house to check what needed to be repaired.
そうか。
Dad was a man of few words, but he seemed oddly inarticulate today. Oh, what's wrong? If you need help with work, just tell me. They'll get by, even if I ain't there today.
いや、こっちのことはいい。お前は、お前のことをしっかりやれ。
順には大丈夫だよ。私が見守ってるから。
You got that backwards. You was off on your own. You was off doing your own shit with from Asusa yesterday before she left too.
まあ、あれはアズンが建物ラブチすぎだから、私は悪くない。
What the fuck you mean love cessed?
私とアイノが歩いてんじゃん。そしたらアズンがついてこないわけ。振り返るとアズン立ち止まってぼんやり見てるんだよね。
At what?
なんだろう、家だと思うけど。
Yeah, I bet.
違うの、そういうことじゃなくって、なんて言うんだろう。壁とか床とかじゃなくってさ、家を見てるって感じなの。
That made even less sense.
気になるならアズンに聞いてみれば？
That ain't gonna amount to nothing, cause she ain't gonna talk to me. I guess so. Now that I knew Asusa didn't hate all of us, I was hopeful we could talk more going forward. She just hates me. Like, she literally said it to my face. I fucking hate you. Because you trying to become your brother, which I still don't understand. Why the fuck would you assume just because I'm trying to finish my job that my brother started before he died? How the fuck does that equate to me trying to become like him? Like, obviously, maybe, like, if I looked up to him and if he was a good person, why the fuck wouldn't I want to be like him? Why the fuck wouldn't I want to actually be like somebody that I looked up to, bro? And try and, like, whilst also still remaining myself. Like, I don't understand this little JIT's logic, bro. I don't get it. Like, that type of, like, I know it's fiction, bro. I know it's just a story, and I know it's just, like, something like that might Maybe we'll get some closure on it later in the story, but like, oh my god, it's pissing me the fuck off, bro. It's pissing me off. It's pissing me off, bro. It was now day 2. Give it up for day 2! And we was going to be performing a thorough cleaning on the old estate. Oh, it's that type of day, huh? We really gonna put in that work now. I assumed inspecting the house would take 2 days, but we managed to look everything over thanks to both Azusa and Chunya. Today, I was responsible for weeding the yard while the others took care of the cleaning inside, and with any luck, we should be able to call it quits by tonight. Whew, I think this about does it. The yard wasn't too far gone, but mostly since it was pre-summer, but it was still quite an undertaking due to its sheer size. Wiped away the sweat from my brow with my gloves and then paused when a towel was offered to me.
どうぞ、純也さん。持っててください。
What's good with you? I appreciate you, Aino. I took it from a beaming Aino, wiped at my face, and then flung the linen over my shoulder.
私のタオルに純也さんの汗が。
Alright.
何言ってるの私。
Alright, girl. Let's not,
Bruh.
Let's not get too carried away here. Sorry, I didn't mean to push that button. Sorry, huh?
いいえ、何も。
Really? Where should I leave your towel when I'm done?
あ、それ家から持ってきたものなので、私に返してもらえれば。
Oh, really now? I'm sorry. I might get dirt on it. I'll wash it first.
大丈夫です。洗わずに返してください。ぜひ、そのままで。
Alright, okay. This is starting to get a little awkward.
Huh?
ひなち、準備は OK？
Okay.
問題ありません。ただの雑巾がけでも手を抜くつもりはありませんよ。ラブチじゃん。往復して壁にタッチした方が勝ちね。なんかかける？私は次女としての、みーちゃんはギャルとしてのプライドが掛け金です。それで十分でしょ？そうこなくっちゃ。なら私はギャルとしてアイノのために勝つ。私は北条家の次女として千早様のために勝ちます。
Oh, looks like they're having a little cleaning race.
実るかも？実るといいですね。
Well, it honestly don't matter much to me, but ready, set, go. Alright, here they go, bro. Let's see who wins. Oh, hi there, Chunyu.
この振り子時計とても趣があるよ。
Didn't they say it don't work
あ
no
りが
more?
とう。おばあ様の嫁入り道具だったんですって。
I'm pretty sure they said that grandfather clock ain't been working for the longest time. Like it's just there for display purposes now. Like it's just a prop now. It's just a prop now since it ain't functioning no more.
素敵です。あれ？でも時間が合ってないよ。
Yeah. I mean, hey, you know what they say, a broken clock is right twice a day.
家のどこかにあるはずなんだけど。12時になると綺麗な鐘が鳴るの。純優にも聞かせてあげたいな。楽しみです。あ、こっちのオルゴールも可愛いね。
Oh yeah, that was what they was talking about
これ
yesterday
もお
too.
ばあ様の家から送られたものよ。
あれ？これ持ち上がらないよ。
倒れやすいみたいで、おじい様が接着剤で留めちゃったの。
Oh yeah. I mean, hey, that's the best way to protect something. Other than putting it in a glass case, maybe.
オルゴール鳴らしてもいいです。
ごめんね。これもネジが見つからないの。
千早のおじいさん、 物持ちがいいのか悪いのかよくわからないよ。
私もそう思う。
Oh, hello.
二人ともちゃんと掃除しなよ。
We took a lunch break around noon, all sat on the veranda that overlooked the yard together, and enjoyed the rice balls that Aino and Misora made for us. For dessert, I provided everybody with their own hapiko. As an aside, I paid for it. Oh yeah, this feels familiar. Y'all really love those, huh? Misora held the hapiko firmly between her lips and pointed to Asusa. This was worth buying, it seems.
これ美味しいよ。何味？
Junya asked with a bright blue hapiko in her mouth. That's a seasonal flavor, blue Hawaii. Hey, no Elvis. But mine is just a basic chocolate. Hey, nothing wrong with chocolate, dog.
ジュンヤ、一口交換するよ。
Ain't nothing wrong with a little chocolate, you know what I'm saying? Junya popped her hapiko out of her mouth and held it in front of me. The wet plastic tips shone in the sunlight. Sure. I guess I don't mind swapping.
どうしたよ。あ、関節キス気にしてるです。
Oh shit, you shouldn't have said that. Huh? Yeah, I mean, why did you say that?
気にしないでいいのよ。夜通しビール缶回し飲みした仲です。今さら照れる必要ないで。
She's making this. Oh shit! What the fuck? Why would you say that out loud?
いつの間にかジュンユーと仲良くなってたみたいね。ジュンヤ。
Oh my god, dog. And now she's getting jealous again. See that? See what I mean, bro? See what I remember what I told y'all about that look, bro? About that look on a woman's face, bro, when they start speaking, when they start having that tone of voice, bro? Like I said, bro, run. Run, bro.
私、お二人の話、もっと聞きたいなって。
We basically discussed memories of my dead brother. I wonder why it was. We was under the same big blue sky, yet it felt like the nearby temperature was gradually dropping.
二人でどんなお話してたのかな？聞かせてもらえますか？
My god, bro. Like, I don't even know why the fuck Chihaya is getting mad at me, bro. Like, bitch, you're engaged. Why the fuck are you getting jealous over me talking to Chunyu? Like, if you didn't want to go through with the marriage, you would have said something about it already, right? I had a feeling I was going to be put into a rather precarious position no matter what I said. What's good, Benny? You came at the perfect time, bro. No diddy.
ハピコで思い出したんだけどさ、お店に幽霊来た時びっくりしたよね。
Precarious position, yeah, I know, right? On some freak shit.
ユーリ？誰です？
ユーリって言ったら綾瀬ゆりかでしょ、アイドルの。
Oh. You're amazing, Misora. Your big brother is love-obsessed with the way you change topics. I love you so much.
アイドル？
チュンチュン気になる？
気になるよ。お店に来たです。
I'm gonna say this right now, bro. I really like, I think I really like Misora's voice actor, the most. Whoever Misora's voice actress is, do a fucking stellar job, bro. Like, I've just been listening to just, like, the way, like, Misora, like, delivers in some of, like, her voices, and some of her voice lines, bro, in her dialogue, and just, like, hearing her inflections on everything. I love it, dude. I love it. Like, listen to this.
チュンチュン気になる？
Like, it's such great delivery, bro. Just like very inquisitive, very, you know, like, did I hit the nail on the head? That's some SSB type pervin? Oh shit, bro. No comment.
ジュンユ、アイドル好きなんだ。ちょっと意外。あずん、詳しいよね。ユーリーのこと。
I was gonna say isn't okay, I'm not reading that out loud. And gave a small nod back to me, Sora.
パルセイトっていう5人組アイドルのメンバー、誰でも知ってる。ダンスが特徴、どの曲でもすっごい上手に踊るの。
We got her talking now.
それでユーリーはダンスだけじゃなくて歌もすごいの。センターじゃないけど5人の中で一番うまいの。すごく頑張り屋さんで、デビューしたすぐの頃は毎日。
I just noticed that everybody was silently staring, blushed bright red, and went quiet. We was all likely thinking the same thing, that this is the first time any of us had ever heard Asusa talk this much, right? As usual, she refused to smile, but still opened up to us.
でもパルセイト、今ユーリー抜きで活動してるんだよね。どうして引っ越してきたんだろう。休業に関係あるのかな。
Hey, yo, Misora, that's a customer's personal information.
あ、ごめん、ジュニ。
And to be honest, Misora shouldn't even mention her by coming to the store.
大丈夫。周りに言いふらしたりなんてしないから。
Please, for the love of God, don't.
うちもここだけの話にしておくのよ。
Should have just let me say it? Nah, it's clippable. No, bro, please, no. No, I am not trying to get caught in 4K by her, bro. I said nothing. I said nothing. I won't mention this outside of here either. Following a docile nod, Junior remained fixed on Asusa and asked,
休業ってどういうことなのよ。そんなに才能あるのにアイドル辞めてしまったです。
事務所は学業優先のためって言ってるけど、その事務所と揉めたんじゃないかって噂になってる。
You really do know about her, huh?
うるさい。
Okay, fuck you too then. Asusa turned away from me and resumed. Okay, yeah, I'm not reading that out loud.
事務所と揉めた。
方向性の違いとかそういうの？ほら、自分の思うアイドルはこんなんじゃない！やめてやる！ってさ。アイドルネタのゲームでありがちなシナリオですね。
Yeah, the idol industry, bro. People be underestimating how tough it is in that, bro. It's like insanely competitive. And on top of that, when idols, you know, at least, you know, go through like similar routines and stuff for like years, bro. You know, years in the game, eventually the time is going to come where they want to, like, you know, spread their wings a little bit, or eventually leave the nest and, you know, focus on their own things, you know, whether it be living their own life, or doing their own type of music, you know what I'm saying? Or like having more creative control with their music, you know what I mean? Think about it. Some of the greatest artists in the world some of the greatest artists in history who are a part of groups, bro, had those kinds of things go on. It ain't just idol culture, it's like literally entertainment in general. Think of it. Like, people like, I mean, I know it may be like very typical of me to use this example, but like Michael Jackson, bro. Michael Jackson, you know, from a very young age was a part of the Jackson 5, which eventually turned into the Jacksons. They've been doing, doo-wop and like very like, you know, upbeat music and like group ballads for so many years, bro. And eventually Michael Jackson wanted creative control of his own shit, and thus went on to like become a soloist and ended up becoming literally the most successful entertainer of all time. You even see it with the corporal VTuber graduations, not necessarily bad blood, but just people wanted to do different things than the head honchos. Exactly. Like, Just because somebody, you know, decides to step away from something, it ain't always a bad reason behind it. It's normally just, you know, like a difference. Sometimes it's a difference in opinion. It ain't no, it's still all love within, it's still all love and respect. And it's just, you know, people prefer to do it professionally rather than, you know, like, you know, in best case scenario, it's done in a professional manner and they're still able to continue going about being, you know, being successful in their own right. At least that's the best case scenario. The Emilio and Coco graduations come to mind in particular. Yes, exactly. Those are very good examples. Because, you know, like, even though, you know, Coco especially, like, I remember witnessing that graduation live and in real time, bro. One of the saddest occasions ever, because I loved Coco, bro. I loved how, like, if it wasn't for Coco, bro, so many ideas within Hololive would have never been, you know, brought to fruition. Like, we have a lot to thank Coco for. But, you know, her continuing on and still being equally, if not even more successful as her, you know, her previous identity, bro, as K-san, bro. Like, I'm so happy for her. It's like, yeah, like, it may not feel the same to those who may have known her as Coco for the longest time or only as Coco, but, like, you know, the vibes and the energy and, like, you know, the hilarity is still there with her. Like, I love popping in and watching some of her streams. And, like, I mostly watch her highlights because, like, I normally don't ever get to make it to a lot of her streams, but still, like, she's still the same. She's still the same person no matter what her identity is. You know?
ひなたもそういうの好きなの？いいえ、一般論ですが。
Was that actually the case though?
それよりも千早様、そろそろ続きをやりませんか？
True enough. Sure enough, this should be enough of a break. It wouldn't be good for us to lounge around for too long.
みんな、午後もよろしくね。
Hell yeah. It's also usually why I don't feel too sad about most graduations. I know we'll see most of them again in some way or the other. I get that closing the page on a chapter can be sad, but it don't mean the book is done. Exactly. You know what they say, bro. When one door closes, many more can open. Yo, Misora, Aino-chan is also standing around by herself in the hallway of the second floor. I need an image for a thumbnail, bro. Asusa was standing around by herself in the hallway on the second floor. She put her hand against the thin wall alongside the rows of sliding screens and stared at it, almost like she was in a daze. The chin craned upward. I couldn't help but be captivated by the faraway look in her eyes. She wasn't acting like herself, and I couldn't get a read on her emotions. Hey, yo, Asusa. Asusa ripped her hand away from the wall and then turned toward me, seemingly embarrassed for being caught.
なんのよ。
Well, I was wondering what you was looking at.
何って。
Misora said Azun didn't seem like she was looking at the walls or floors, but the house itself.
だからアズーンって。いいや、どうでも。
It appeared she had finally given in to the nickname Misora gave her. And what's so special about it? Do it look like a house you used to live in or something? Asusa briefly glanced at the wall that she'd been touching moments before.
別に、なんとなく見てるだけ。
Alright.
意地悪してないし、本当になんとなくだから。
My reply must have sounded somber. Asusa continued her tone somewhat flustered. I know. You don't be talking much, but you don't seem the type to bullshit me. That's up for debate. I think you're an honest person by nature. That's also debatable. Cause she still ain't been completely honest with me about why she fucking hates me. And she still ain't giving me an honest angle or an honest, you know, explanation about why the fuck she thinks I'm trying to be like my brother. But I digress.
変なこと言うな。
Asusa turned away again, but I could still see her bright red ears.
私もお前が悪いやつだとかもう思ってない。
Finally, we're getting somewhere. God damn.
美空とか愛乃とか他の人たちを見てればわかる。お前はいいやつ。あの時のは八つ当たり。高谷が死んだのもお前のせいじゃないって分かってる。でもあの時水源堂でお前を見てたらすごくイライラしちゃって。私に優しくしてくれた高谷はもういないのに、なんでお前はヘラヘラ笑ってるんだって。それで思ってもないこと言っちゃって。
I could tell even from this distance that her eyes was glassy.
ごめんなさい。
Tears spilled from the corners of her eyes and formed lines down her fair cheeks. Finally, bro. Finally. Like, I don't understand why it took us so long to get to this point, but finally she's being honest, dude. Like, god damn. Like, we really did not... I'm being so serious right now, bro. Even though I'm finally glad we got to this point, we really didn't have to go through all of that in the first place. Because what you said really hurt. It did. She hurriedly wiped her face with the sleeve of a hoodie. I was sure she had been looking for the opportunity to apologize for a while now. Maybe. And it came as a relief to know that she could finally make that happen. Felt terrible for making this small girl bottle up all of them feelings for so long. You didn't even do anything! It wasn't even your fault, bro. Like, dog. Whatever, dude. We're moving past it now. Whatever, man. You hired my brother to do a job, didn't you? And you really can't tell me what it was? I'd like to see it through to the end. It was the last thing that my brother did, after all.
お前は高谷の代わりになんてなれない。
Again, that's not what I'm trying to do. Why the fuck do you keep saying that? However, the sharpness to her words had all but disappeared.
バイトあるから帰る。
I feel like we're now. I feel like we're back to square one, bro. I feel like we're back to square one. Why the fuck do you think I'm trying to replace him? I'm just trying to finish what he started and then just go about my motherfucking life, girl. Stop giving me that same bullshit and just tell me what the fuck you want me to do. Because if it was something that has to relate to why he's dead, then I think I have all the more reason, all the more right to know. Is it wrong for me to take over for him? Opened my mouth and that was the first thing that came out. I ain't look at her. I couldn't look at her. Everyone else forgave me, but you right. I am the one who killed him. If I hadn't ridden in the van with him and he'd gone by himself, then he might have been saved. There was no way he would have died in the accident. I was a burden, and this piece of shit head of mine can't remember what happened. I'm sure that's how it went, though. My brother died because I was there. I'm responsible for killing him.
お前
Which is why if my brother has any unfinished business, if there's someone out there who misses him this much, then I have to fill in for him. Feels like something I got to do. Is that really so wrong? Words I never intended to share with another living soul. The feelings that I had locked away in the deepest reaches of my heart came spilling out like a dam. I hadn't opened up like this to anyone since Taka died. My body went stiff and I had no idea what sort of face I was making. As I went rigid, Asusa stood in front of me and glared.
あんたは高谷の代わりになんてなれない。
Okay, you know what? Get the fuck out of my face then. Get the fuck out of my face. Stop saying this shit already.
私が許さないから。
You don't have that power. You don't have control of that. You don't have that power anymore. You never did. Get the fuck out of my face with that shit. You keep saying the same damn thing. You don't tell me why. You don't come up with a reason as to why you think that. You just keep telling me that. You just keep saying the same thing over and over and over again without giving any explanation. Just get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, I'm done trying to reason with you. Won't allow it, huh? Never rejected me so harshly before. Oh, yes, she has. Why was that exactly? We was closer now than ever. At least that's how I felt about it. Nah, we back to square one now. Oh, one of the sliding doors to a nearby room quietly opened, and Chihaya apologetically peeked her head out.
さ
Oh my god, bro. This... Oh. Bro, this shit pisses me. This shit fucking pisses me off, bro. It's like I'm going on a fucking wild goose chase just trying to reason with her, and she just won't do it, bro. I was loud, wasn't I? My bad.
なんで純也が謝るのよ。はあ
Chihaya stepped out into the hall, sat on the floor beside me. She silently peered up at where Azusa had been standing moments ago. Chihaya listened.
大丈夫。
Huh?
誰にも言わないよ。純也の思ってること。
I was going to ask Chihaya to keep it, what she heard to herself. How could you tell?
わかるよ。幼馴染だもの。
I appreciate you.
どういたしまして。私こそ盗み聞きしちゃってごめんなさい。
That's alright. Honestly helps that you was there. Being like this with you is kinda a relief. It's like my soul left my body when Azusa stood up to leave, but I felt some semblance of normalcy now that Chihaya was with me.
そういえば昔はよくこうしてたよね。純也がお父さんに叱られると元気になるまで一緒にいるの。お話しするとかじゃなくて、並んで座ってじっとして。
Yeah. I guess we did.
あの頃から変わってないんだね、純也は。
I thought I'd grown up a little, though. So I softly petted my head.
頑張りすぎなの。もっと私に甘えていいんだよ。いつだってそばにいるんだから。
I know.
本当にわかってるのかな。
We spent a few brief quiet moments together as Chihaya leaned her face and body against my shoulder. I could vaguely hear Misora and Chunya causing a ruckus off in the distance.
ねえ、どうするつもり？
What is there
Azusa.
to do at this point, bruh? Like, it's like, no matter what I do, I can't fucking reason with her. It's just like, I'm better off just like giving up at this point, bro. Like, she is so far gone in this mindset about her against me to this point where it's just like, I really don't give a fuck anymore if I have if I repair a relationship with her or not. Like, I don't care, bro. Like, I'm done giving a shit. But that's just me. Being my childhood friend meant she wasn't gonna baby me about this forever. Can't repair what never was exactly, bro. It's like, if you want to hold on to this mindset that I'm responsible for the fact that my brother is dead, bro, and you don't want to, you know, give me any reason as to why you think, you passing off all this aggression onto me, even though I'm technically not the reason my brother is dead. Even though that's how I may feel, even though that may not be, even though that ain't the case. It's like you just going around doing these roundabout mental gymnastics as to giving yourself a reason to hate the shit out of me when, one, I don't know you, and two, I have just as much a right to know about the things that my brother did before he died as much as you want to know too. It's like, God, it's like, where do you get off on this notion that I'm trying to be him, or like I'm trying to replace him, or like, you know, be this stand-in guy for him when he's his own person and I'm my own person too? I'm just trying to figure out what happened in his last moments and what his last job really was before, you know, things happened the way that they did. It's just like, where do you get off on the notion? It's just like, I'm trying to like openly like be the same thing that he was, or like trying to like replace him. Like, you know, I killed him so I can, like, I'm the reason he's dead so I can replace him. Like, where the fuck do you get off creating the advanced mental gymnastics to create that kind of logic in your fucking head? Like, where does that come from, bro? Like, it's pissing me off. Like, just her keep thinking like this, bro, and not wanting to tell me shit. Like my brother, Asusa wants to be left alone. Aren't I being selfish by bringing all of this up? Then, no, you're not. What you want is honesty. What you want is clarity. What you want is to actually remember what the fuck you know, to remember everything that happened. Like, where's the wrong in that? Like, we're talking about this is my blood, bro, my kin. How am I the bad guy for wanting to eventually see my brother's final wishes or like final moments to the end? How am I the bad guy in that? And where does she get off on the notion that I'm the bad guy for that, bro? Like, that's what's pissing me off the most about her. Like, I'm honestly so, like, I'm crashing the fuck out, bro. Jai straightened the back and gazed into my eyes. For Asusa and my brother, huh?
そうだよ。二人の結びつきを取り戻せるのは純也だけなんだよ。
Man, she's talking about that she won't let me. Well, frankly, she shouldn't even have that kind of power anyway. If anything, if Junior had enough balls on him, bro, he would actually, like, just keep pressing the issue and do whatever the fuck he wants. Because this is his brother, bro. This is his blood. This is his kin, bro. If this was me, bro, I would do everything in my power. I don't give a damn who hates me. I don't give a damn who hates me in the end, bro. If this was me and my brother, bro, I would do everything in my absolute power to make sure I knew everything about what my brother did in his last moments. You know, anything that he may have wanted to see through to before he died, bro, like that he didn't get to do. Like, bro, I would be doing everything in my power with every fiber of my being to get some answers and to, like, actually get down to the bottom of it. Like, you ain't gonna have me, like, going back and forth with somebody who had a relationship with him, who's trying to, like, bar me from finding out everything about my brother after he's gone, bro. Like, no, you got me fucked up. Their connection, only I can. It felt like the other half of my soul was gradually returning to my body. You need to return your nuts to yourself, too. You always know the answer that I'm searching for.
わかるよ。
Like, I'm sorry if I'm going on a little rant here, bro, but just, like, you know, just seeing this and just, like, you know, thinking about what I would do in this situation, bro, it just, like, it angers me so much. It really does. It's like, who the fuck do you think you are to tell me that I can't find out shit can't find out shit and, like, try and, like, you know, see my own brother's last wishes through to the end, bro. Like, fuck off with that. Chihaya stood up and gave me a mischievous smile.
幼なじみだもの。
Time to do the obligatory intermission thing here.
みんな、ジュース持ったよね。
I think we'll call it here because I'm just about out of time for today. I'm gonna call it here once we, like, finish out this day here. Everybody got a drink?
そら、乾杯するまで飲んじゃダメだよ。
Oh, we must have finished for the day.
はーい。じいちゃん、早く早く。
はいはい。
Chihaya cleared her throat and sat up straight at Misora's urging.
みんなが手伝ってくれたおかげで、家の点検も大掃除も無事に終わりました。本当にありがとう。リノベはまだ始まったばかりだけど、これからもよろしくね。それじゃあ、乾杯。
Sorry, I'm trying to see who's live right now, cause I'm gonna be raiding out soon, cause I'm just about out of time for today. I gotta spend the next gotta spend the rest of the time I have getting ready for work later. So what we gonna do is I'm gonna find a good stopping point, probably by when it transitions from this day here. Cheers! Just pretend everybody said cheers, bro. Use your imagination. Now that everything was done, we held a small wrap-up party in the living room. Since there was 2 minors present, there was a lineup of soft drinks and sweets spread out on the table. That was quite the hearty gulp. Misora chugged her orange juice and sprawled her arms out on top of the tatami. Hey, yo, don't be rude.
女の子しかいないからいいじゃん。
It's only us girls here. Did you forget? Did you forget that there's a guy here too? I'm here, you know.
順に見たいの？
Dog, what? Huh? Dumbass.
みーちゃん、先ほどはいい走りを見せてもらいました。
ひなちーの雑巾さばきもラブチかったよ。
A cloth cleaning competition?
順にには教えてあげない。
あげない。
Are you Wow, bro. Alright. You too?
乙女の秘密です。
Uh-huh.
純也、お疲れ様。
Oh, yeah, I know who we can go to. Chihaya, who had been chatting with Aino, crossed the tatami to sit down next to me. You too. Good work.
ほんと助かっちゃった。純也には助けてもらってばかり。
Do I now? Huh.
そうだよ。ねえ、この先どうなると思う？
Oh, you mean with the renovations?
それもあるけど、もっと先の話。私たちが。
Us, huh? I ain't really know what. Oh my god, bro. Bro. Come on. It's obvious what she's talking about, bro. I don't really think things will change all that much.
そう？
Now, for starters, it ain't like I was planning on leaving Sumisora once I graduate.
そっか。そうよね。
With that, Chihaya gazed absent-mindedly out at the yard.
ねえ、純也。あのね。
Huh?
いいや。また今度話す。
He wouldn't get it anyway, bro. Unfortunately. He wouldn't get it anyways. It ain't no point, bro. Are you sure?
大したことじゃないし。
I have a feeling that's cap. It was important.
ちはや。
Chunya called out to her friend and took a seat beside her.
ちはや、今日は本当にありがとね。
どういたしまして。こっちこそ純優に手伝ってもらってすごく助かっちゃった。
家の中を隅々まで見ることができて大満足よ。それにあずさと仲直りできたね。
It was all a misunderstanding, so can you actually call it making up?
確かに友達が一人できたね。嬉しいよ。あずさいつの間に帰っちゃったです？うちあずさが話してたアイドルのこともっと聞きたかったよ。
Uh,
今日もバイトなんだって。私もあずさとおしゃべりしたかったな。
I was at a loss for words, but Chihaya covered for me and answered in my place.
またお手伝いをお願いする時があると思うの。その時あずさも誘うからチュンユーも来てくれる？
sir.
もちろんだよ。うち古民家をリノベーションする計画とても興味あるよ。ぜひお手伝いさせてほしいね。
Oh god. Almost fucked up, bro.
ありがとう。嬉しい。
喫茶店にするって聞いたよ。お金ずいぶんかかるんじゃないです？
あ
Yeah, I will. She's right.
そうね。
出資が必要ならうち少しは協力できるよ。
Oh. A sponsor?
出資？それって
開店予定は何月です？
待ってチュンユー、まだそこまで詳しく決めてるわけじゃないの。夏に始められたらいいかなくらいで。
お金もスケジュールも決まってないのです。
Shinya gave me a dubious look.
純也本当なのよ。
Yeah, we've only just started, and I won't be able to help out much until Golden Week.
それでも全体像というものがあるはずよね。契約書には何と書いてあるです？
Oh, we ain't drafted one yet. His expression tightened at my response.
純也それはダメですね。たとえ友達が相手でも仕事は仕事なのよ。
Uh-oh.
むしろそういう時こそしっかりすべきね。純也に前にも言ったよ。契約するということは仕事に責任を持つということ。純也にその気がなくても千早に対して失礼ね。
チュンユー、純也は悪くないの。私がいつもこんな風にお願いしてたからつい。
千早も良くないよ。
Uh-oh. Junya pointed her stern expression toward Chihaya.
人を動かすのならそのことに責任を持たなければダメ。頼むだけ頼んで後を任せるのは信頼ではなく判断の放棄なのよ。
Oh god, this took a turn, bro. What the fuck's going on?
これ
She's not...
金額や工数の話だけじゃないです。
Listen, though.
いつかやってくるお客さんへの真摯さの問題ね。
She's not wrong, though. She's not wrong. She's actually spitting, but like, damn.
どんなに小さなお店だとしてもそれを適当にしていいはずがないのよ。純也やみんなの力を借りるのは問題ないよ。でも何をするにしても決めるのは千早なのね。千早はやるべきことをやっていないよ。
Oh. Damn, she just straight up fired the shot, bro. Like... Golly, dude. Where is all this coming from?
しっかりと自分で決めるべきなのよね。
Everybody's like, what the fuck, dude? Chihaya Hinata's expression stiffened at Chunya's comment. Chunya, that's... He shouted sharply and hung her head, rendering the living room deathly silent. Soon after, she slowly raised her head.
いいの、純也。ありがとう。
Chihaya.
ごめんね、純也。悪い癖なの。小さい頃から何でも純也に頼ってた。純也はいつでも私の話を聞いて、私のお願いを叶えてくれた。いつの間にかそれが当たり前のことになっていたの。
Chihaya.
千早様。でもそれはあくまでも お友達としてのお願いの話だよね。
I mean, it's nothing wrong with seeing it that way as long as both parties agree to it, but it's just like
ジュンユーの言う通り、大事なことなんだから、
from a
自
business
分でちゃ
perspective.
んと決めなきゃ。
From a business perspective, though, I mean, Junya is losing money on this deal. So, I mean, like, I can see what Junya is saying is absolutely right.
ジュンユーのおかげよ。すぐには無理だけど、ちゃんとするから。ね。
はいです。
ありがとう。
Chihaya stood up with a smile and headed for the sliding screen.
ちょっと席外すね。
千早。
千早様。
Junya scrambled to her feet and called out to Chihaya.
髪直すだけ。すぐ戻るから。
Oh, boy. Oh, now it's awkward in here, bro.
うち、またやってしまったよ。
Junya plopped down into her seat. Yo, you good?
純也。
He tugged on my sleeve with tears welling in the corners of her lashes.
あずさの時と同じよ。うち、千早に言い過ぎてしまったね。千早には千早の考えがあるのよ。うちは何も知らないのに、千早を追い詰めるようなことを。
Hisai, she has said the same thing, didn't she? You ain't wrong. I think that was probably to put up a front, bro. Maybe. I mean, yeah, she wasn't wrong. What Chuyin has said was a sound argument. Sound arguments were always correct. That was what made them sound arguments. No shit, Sherlock. Okay. Nobody was perfect all the time, though. Chuyin understood that concept well and wasn't the type to push that sort of thing onto other people. However, I'd imagine Chuyin's words stung because the person she had said them to knew she had been acting inappropriately. As I brushed the tears away from Chunya's face, I briefly wondered if I was behaving properly too. Okay, I think that's a good place to leave it off. Good lord. That certainly took a weird turn. But hopefully things are, will simmer down and, we'll find out what happens next. We'll find out what happens next time. So, yeah. I'm going to send y'all over to Violet. She is doing a subathon celebrating her 10-year anniversary. And I've been looking over there. Y'all definitely go give Violet some love if you ain't following her already. If you ain't following her already, what the hell's wrong with you? Definitely go give her some love, bro. Tell her I sent you. I'm going to be lurking over there while I get some post-stream stuff done and get ready for work. But other than that, thank y'all for tuning in. I will see y'all tomorrow. What the fuck was on my schedule tomorrow again? I forgot. But whatever it is, I'll see y'all tomorrow for it. Whatever it is, I will see y'all tomorrow for it. But yeah, y'all have a good day. Thank y'all for tuning in. I know the streams are gonna be short during the week, but it is what it is. But I want to be more committed. I want to be more consistent and hang out with y'all a lot more. But especially because I'm also partner pushing, and I feel like this consistency is gonna help too. But even though the streams are short, because I'd be busy most of the day, and because I have work, I think it's very worth it to hang out with y'all for just a little bit, So yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow for whatever I got planned. I'll see y'all tomorrow for whatever I got planned for tomorrow. It'll also be another short stream. But yeah, y'all take care, much love, and have a great rest of your day. And tell Violet and show Violet some love.